I'm safe. I'm in the car and I'm parked legally.
Okay.
You think that's safe enough?
You weren't parked illegally.
I think you're lying. What is the real reason why you're here?
That you may have exchanged words with somebody earlier?
Is that illegal?
That is not illegal.
So then why?
Make sure everything was okay.
I don't want.
Okay,
Listen, I don't want to be approached. Okay, my day was already messed up, and I just want to be left alone. That's it.
Completely fine.
I want nothing to do with any racist people out here, and I'm referring to whatever individual. I'm not saying you. Did I say you?
Job just to check out to make sure everything's good.
I never said you were the racist. If I never identified you. I said I want nothing to do with any racists out here. Right, I just want to be left alone.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, former police officer. Today we actually have a couple of videos from a channel that I just recently found called LAC Audit, which is short for Law Abiding Citizen. The videos feature an auditor who uses a unique style of auditing. Apparently his approach is to park his car legally on the roadside in different areas and maybe neighborhoods, and then he waits to see whether the officers, who will inevitably be called by the Karens who don't want him in the neighborhood to come and check on him, actually know what they can and can't do during the encounter. Now, the two videos I've chosen to highlight are from some of his most recent work, and I have to tell you guys, I love the way this guy does business. In fact, the primary reason I wanted to do this video is that I think this guy is an absolute hurricane of competence. He is so quick-witted and so good at controlling the conversations that he catches many of the officers off guard, and he overwhelms them with relevant questions. They genuinely can't think fast enough in order to overcome his objections to the things they're saying to him. Now, I've made a couple of edits for the sake of time, but you should go over to LAC's channel, subscribe, and watch all of his videos and give him the credit that he deserves. Let's get into it.
What's up, boss? How are you?
Can I help you?
How you doing?
Can I help you, sir?
Are you stranded or?
Is there a reason why you're asking me questions?
Well, you're parked on the side of the road.
Is that illegal?
Make sure you're not disabled or anything like that.
I don't think that's the reason. Why did you put your lights on? You just saw a black guy here and just decided.
For your safety and mine, when I come behind you, I'm going to put my lights on.
I'm safe. I'm in the car and I'm parked legally.
Okay.
You think that's safe enough?
You weren't parked illegally.
I think you're lying. What is the real reason why you're here?
To make sure that you're okay and not disabled, that you may need a tow or something like that.
I don't think.
All the time.
I don't think that's the reason. You know that's not the reason. So
okay.
Can you mind stop lying and just get to the point? Why are you here?
Well, that's my first reason. The other reason is there was a complaint earlier that you may have exchanged words with somebody earlier.
Is that illegal?
That is not illegal.
So then why?
Make sure everything was okay.
I don't want. Listen, I don't want to be approached. Okay, my day was already messed up, and I just want to be left alone. That's it.
Completely fine. That is completely fine. You are parked legally on the side of the road. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to make sure everything was okay.
You're drawing attention to me by turning your lights on there.
Any complaint signed against the person that you had words with?
Allegedly, right?
What's that?
Allegedly. Did you?
I did not take the report. I was just told to come in the area because they had taken your plate down. So I'm just checking it out. If you don't want to sign complaints against them or talk to me about that, that's completely fine. You're doing nothing wrong. Sitting here on the side of the road.
I want nothing to do with any racist people out here, and I'm referring to whatever individual. I'm not saying you. Did I say you?
Job just to check out to make sure everything's good.
I never said you were the racist. If I never identified you. I said I want nothing to do with any racists out here. Okay, so right. I just want to be left alone.
Do you live here in this development?
I'm not answering any questions. Does he live here in the development?
I don't know. I didn't speak to him.
So then why are you asking me these questions? I don't want to answer any questions.
Kind of a private.
Private what?
Semi-private. There's only an entrance and an exit.
Is this a public street?
It is a public street.
So then it's not private then. Is that a fire hydrant?
A fire hydrant? I don't know where you're from.
Right over there. Is that a red fire hydrant?
Yeah, there's a red.
Okay, so who puts fire hydrants up?
What's that?
Who puts the fire hydrants there? Is it a state-owned fire hydrant?
I don't know what kind of fire hydrant that is.
Well, listen, then you probably need to go research it. I need to be left alone. I'm not doing anything wrong. If you want to go talk to someone, you can probably talk to whoever's in those other cars, okay?
You had some sort of exchange with somebody. I just wanted to make sure you're good to go.
I'm not answering any questions. I just want to be left alone.
That's fine then.
Can I get a CAD number, please?
A CAD number?
Yes, for the call.
I'd have to go back to my computer.
Sure. There's no threat here.
Some identification?
For what?
To know who I'm talking to?
I don't want you to know who you're talking to. And I don't need to know who you are. As a matter of fact, I do need to know who you are. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sinisi 1152.
Which department are you with?
Mawa Police Department.
Where is that located?
221 Franklin Turnpike.
Okay. And is this individual who's coming here your supervisor?
He is not my supervisor.
Can he identify himself to me, please?
Can he identify? You'd have to ask him. I can't tell him to do anything.
The Officer Berger, 1184.
Okay. And you were the same department?
Yeah, Mawa Police Department.
Okay. Are you guys on the same level? Are you a supervisor?
No.
Okay. Okay, I would like to be left alone.
All right, sir. Can I just ask you about? Well, because I want to get your side. Because somebody came in and reported like a dispute and said that you made threats. I just want to get your side so I can do a report on it.
I don't answer any questions. If that person said I made threats, have them provide you with evidence and take me to court. I have my evidence too. Okay, so I'm not gonna answer any questions.
Okay.
That's fine.
I just want to be left alone.
That's what I told you from the beginning, did I not?
Told me what? No, you told me that you're here to check and see if I'm okay, if I need any assistance. And I know that's not the bottom.
On the side of the road, and it's not that far.
Do you stop at every car that's parked to the side of the road and ask them, "Here, are you disabled?" How often do you do that? You know that.
Often, actually, we get calls all the time for that.
You didn't get a call for this. You don't have to butter me up. You know, you can come and tell me the truth.
I'm not buttering you up.
Yes, don't approach me with a lie. Just come and tell me the truth. Hey, we got a call. You're not interested in my safety, and you and I both know my safety is not your concern, according to the Supreme Court.
According to the Supreme Court, okay, very good.
It's not.
All right. Well, if you don't want to talk to the officer about the situation, you seem to be good to go. So no.
I would just like the CAD number so I can go. Yeah, so I can get the call. Thank you very much. I don't understand. This guy is such a racist guy, the one who called on me. And he really messed up my day.
Yeah, sir. All I wanted was just follow up with you. Obviously, if something was reported to us, I always get both sides before I do a report. All right, if you don't want to speak to me, that's fine.
No, I don't want to report with my name on it. But
okay, no problem.
That individual is a racist, and I want nothing with my name next to his name. Or with anything regarding me next to him.
Listen, I understand that. That's why, I just wanted to, see if you had anything to add the incident.
Listen, if anything comes up in the future, I took video too. Okay. So we can move from there, okay? I'll have my company lawyer deal with him, and we can take it from there when the time comes. What?
Here's your card number.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got it, man. Thanks.
All right, sir.
All right, have a good day, then.
You too.
Okay, so the first video is from a place called Mahwah, New Jersey, which sounds exactly like somewhere I never want to go. And LAC is approached by two separate officers during the course of this interaction. As you can see, the officers are kind of digging around. They are not pushing too hard, but they really want to get him to talk. He's doing a very good job at sort of keeping them at bay, and he ultimately denies their request for identification, denies their request for an interview. He sort of insinuates in his response to them that he did get into it with somebody, but he doesn't give them too much information, and he tells them if somebody has a complaint and they have evidence that they should go and do their jobs and investigate and get the evidence from the complaining person, and that he has his own evidence. He does a great job. Ultimately, they do seem to understand the scope of their authority during this encounter, and they let him be, and he moves on with his day. Now, the second video is from Lower Moreland Township, Pennsylvania, and the officer he interacts with, I believe, is named Perinace or something to that effect.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
How are you? I'm Officer Perinace. I'm in Lower Moreland. We just had a call at someone sitting outside someone's house, so
Okay.
just checking to make sure everything's all right.
Everything's good.
Cool.
Can I get a badge number?
Yeah, 235.
235? Okay.
Perinace. I can give you a card if you want one as well.
Yeah, sure. Can you write down the CAD number also?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, let me request that 911 call, because
What was that? I'm sorry.
I want to request the 911 call because I know a guy did approach me. I told him I'm not doing anything illegal, just leave me
you're just hanging
alone.
out.
Yeah. And he called the cops, so I was expecting you guys.
Yeah, gotcha. No worries. You're just hanging out, like you said?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Do you mind if I grab your ID from you?
No, I'm not going to ID.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. Fine with me. I'll grab you a report number. Okay?
Thank you very much, man.
Yep.
Mhm.
15 seconds.
Yep.
All right, sir. Here's my card with my name on it, as well as my badge number.
Thank you very much.
And then the back part is going to be the report number. So if you want to get a copy of the report, you can request one on our town website.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
You
Yeah.
know how to do that? Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, let me see the number. Let me make sure I can understand it.
2024
04.
Yep.
You just, run the zero
My
off there.
handwriting's
Yeah.
not the best handwriting.
No, it's
so.
all right, man. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to take a look first,
Gotcha.
just to make sure.
04. go.
Thanks, man. Thanks for honoring your oath, man, and respecting my rights.
Are you doing like an audit, something like that?
No. I got some business around here, but I'm not gonna tell people my business. It's a free country to travel and stop whenever you want, right?
Man, I get it. Like I said, like you said, like taking the oath. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And just so you know, everything's been recorded on my camera as well. We tell everybody.
Yeah, request that too.
Yep,
correct.
Absolutely. If you have any questions, my name's on the card.
Yeah, I
badge
got your
number,
name.
And you have the station number. Okay.
Perfect. I'll definitely
thanks,
let them know that you're a professional. So.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have
All
a
right.
good day.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. All right.
Take care. Yep.
Good.
Now this is a very simple interaction and goes like all of these encounters would go if the officers would take the same approach as Officer Perinace did in this video. He approached professionally, courteously, he didn't attempt to escalate the encounter in any way. He did ask for ID, seemingly knowing it would be denied, and he even led on there towards the end that he kind of knew what was happening. Now, if he didn't suspect he was being audited, would he have acted the same way? I'd like to think so. He seemed to have a pretty calm demeanor, but obviously can't say for sure. Now, some of you may be reflecting on the videos we just watched and wondering, well, why the cops in this video aren't demanding ID, even though they are approaching him in a vehicle and conducting what looks like a traffic stop. You may say, well, in all states that I'm aware of, you have to give your ID if you're subject to a traffic stop by a police officer. These interactions certainly are taking place in a vehicle, and they appear to be traffic stops. What's different here? Well, I agree they look like traffic stops because the police are very likely putting on a show for the people who are calling in the suspicious vehicle. But the police coming up behind you and turning on their lights is not an actual traffic stop, as I'm sure you're aware. By doing this, the cops are able to make the argument that they're turning on their lights because they're out in the roadway or public safety or officer safety or whatever, but we all know the real reason is to appease the Karen who made the call to begin with. But according to the laws in most states and Supreme Court precedent, in order to be subject to an actual traffic stop, a police officer has to have a reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime or probable cause of a traffic infraction. Now, in some states, reasonable suspicion is enough then to demand your ID, but in most states, the officer must have probable cause of an offense such that he can arrest or write a citation for something. Most states' identification laws, although you wouldn't really be able to learn that by watching police officers on YouTube, are actually tied to the officer being able to make sure he has the right person that he's getting ready to cite or place under arrest. It's actually a function of the courts making sure that the right person is noticed that he's been charged with an offense. It's really like more of a due process thing than it is a demand that the state know who you are. But again, you wouldn't know that based on how some of these guys act when they demand ID. Now in LAC's audits, he's already legally parked when he encounters the officers, and they have neither reasonable suspicion of a crime nor probable cause of any traffic violation. Therefore, they can't demand ID, nor can they order him out of the vehicle pursuant to Pennsylvania versus Mims, because again, Mims was a holding related to a lawful traffic stop. The footnote in Mims even says expressly that the court was not holding that an officer could give an exit order anytime they encountered someone in a vehicle, only where there was a lawful traffic stop. Now again, you wouldn't necessarily know that just from watching police interactions on YouTube, but that is the actual law. Now, in fairness to these officers, the first set seemed to understand what they could and couldn't do fairly well. They just kind of made themselves look like chumps by continuing to ask and reapproaching the car and making it obvious that they were desperate to try to get some information that he was obviously not going to give them. The second officer, Officer Perinace from the Lower Moreland Township Police, did a great job, and as LAC said in his title, he honored his oath and he should be commended for it. In closing, I know I didn't offer much in this video in the way of legal analysis, but I just wanted to highlight what I think is really great auditing work. I really like the way LAC does his business, and I think we need more auditors like him. The truth is, many of the people doing the audits that we see are not as articulate as LAC. Some of them are still learning or just getting started or whatever, but a lot of them also get ramped up emotionally very easily. But guys like LAC, Sean Paul Reyes from the Long Island Audit Channel, I Am Free out of Washington, the Batusai, I Don't Speak, and Flex all do a great job of being intelligent and less confrontational about the way they audit, while each takes a unique approach to the way they do things. Now again, I try not to criticize auditors too much because everyone has their own style, and the style of auditing really depends on what you're trying to accomplish with your audits. If you're looking for confrontational content for YouTube views, well, that's fine. You'll use a style that gets that. If you're seriously trying to be helpful and you want to be able to influence the way police officers think and have a dialogue with them and help educate them, you might use a different style, like maybe something that looks like the Random Patriots style. Everyone does their own thing, and it gives us plenty to talk about. Ultimately, I respect what they do because I'm not out here doing it. I'm just sitting in a room talking about it. That's all for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of LAC Audit. Please check out some of the other videos on my channel and leave a like and a comment on them as well. Until I see you again, take care. Always film your interactions with the police and keep your evidence to yourself.